Hey there, girly. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in today. As you know, last time we learned about wet styling and we also learned about the safety of eyelash extensions, whether it comes to performing them or getting them done. We talked about all of that good stuff. So in this video, we are going to cover the real questions that you will never probably get asked, or you probably have never even been asked some of these questions. So I'm going to really help you dive deep into figuring out what kind of day do you want? Not even just as a lash artist, what type of day do you want? How do you see your life as a young woman, or as a woman, as an entrepreneur, as a lady? If you were on here on this channel, we are all about lash extensions and, figuring out the power of what lash extensions can do for your life. But I really do want to dive deep into helping you see what kind of day and what kind of life do you really want for yourself. It's a question that I didn't get asked a lot whenever I was growing up. And, when I met my partner, he would always ask me, like, what do you see for yourself? And of course, you think about those things, but it's different when someone asks you and you really get to talk about it or write it down, or just, even imagine that experience of what you could be having. So I really want to help you dive into those important questions that you should be asking yourself, because if you are on this channel, we are all about, like I said, lash extensions, learning lashes, but more importantly, the power and freedom that the lash extensions do give us as lash artists. So, of course, this is more of just like helping women entrepreneurs in general. So this isn't going to pertain to just lash extensions. So if I have you on here, make sure and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the follow button, stay connected with me, check out all the description underneath, and yeah, make sure and stay connected with me, because like I said, when I make these videos, I am not making them to sit here and rant and, explain all this stuff that doesn't make sense to you. I am making these videos to help you understand truly the power that you have within yourself, the power that you have to learn a skill, and the power you have to execute that skill and then succeed in business. So yeah, like I said, this channel, I'm always, my aim is for someone to leave this video impacted in some sort of way. Like I said, whether that's with the skill or emotion or business, whatever it is that you take from this. But yeah, I really want to help you talk about, like, what options do you have? Okay, as a woman, as a young girl, me growing up Hispanic, I really didn't see a whole lot of options for myself as I just really didn't see a whole lot for myself in my community. I didn't really see anything that was like wow factor or stood out to me that I really wanted to do, like I seen the same basic jobs that every Mexican woman or young lady can do, which is retail, cleaning, nurse. I feel like nurse is, like, especially amongst the Hispanic community, like I have heard it so many times talking to my students that come to work with me and learn lashes, and they're like, oh yeah, I had to go be a nurse because my mom wanted me to learn how to be a nurse. And yeah, that's just because she said that was the best job, it was most secure, it was what I could make money and take care of myself with. And so that's where most of us do end up going. I feel like we do end up in hospice or cleaning, or even in fast food and retail. Like that I feel like that's really all that is out there for us. So when I started thinking of my life and how you should start thinking of your life as well too, is really trying to understand, like, what is your perfect day? What is your ideal day that you would love to have for yourself? And I really want you to imagine everything, from waking up. How are you going to wake up in the morning? If you got to have, because, right now, and I've been there too, so it's okay if you are in this position right now. But right now, maybe you're not waking up and feeling happy and stress-free and worry-free. Maybe you are waking up because you have to go to your job at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. You have to get up and go and start, like, just literally go and have to start your day under someone else's watch, someone else's clock. You have to go clock in. They have to tell you when you can take a lunch break, when you can, even go use the restroom, like crazy. But I want you to get out of the mind frame of where you are now versus where you want to be, your desired reality. What do you want for yourself? Like I said, how do you want to start your morning? Do you want to go grab a cup of coffee? Do you want to go start with a workout? How do you see yourself showing up in the world? And you have to write these things down, and you have to learn as well too what you need to, because if there's something in your life that you're not happy with right now, it's probably because something is not working. And so it may be the thing that's not working, or it may be you that is not working. So you have to figure that out first, because a lot of times, people will be like, oh, well, I hate my job and I want to get into a business because I hate my job. And you can't just start a business because you hate your job. If you hate your job and you can't find something within your day that you like, then chances are, if you start a business, you're probably not going to like the business either if you don't have the right intentions with it. So learning the difference between having intention with your life and being distracted, because a lot of times you don't see people get to the places where they want to be because they are so distracted. They are focused on a lot of other things except themselves. And it is really sad to see, because a lot of people do have a lot of potential that they just end up wasting, and they never end up sharing it with the world, sharing it with other people. And that is really a disservice to not only yourself, but to the other people that you could possibly be helping with your story, because we all have a story. We all have a background that we come from. And a lot of times we do experience similar things, but the way someone else will say something, or the way someone else will show up with that thing, you never know when you're going to make a connection with people. But anyways, so what kind of day do you want? What kind of lifestyle do you want? I remember asking my sister, when my sister graduated, I asked her, where do you see yourself going with your life? What do you truly want to do? And my sister was into music, and so she wanted to go and teach music. And, I told her, I said, realistically, is that music teacher job going to make you happy? And not really so much happy, but is it going to give you the lifestyle that you really want? Because and she started actually thinking about it. I saw the wheels turning in her head. And it's important that we ask these questions to the people that we love, and also to ourselves. Most importantly, is ask yourself that. What do you want? Not what does your mom want, your sister, your dad, your grandma, your aunt, your cousin, your boyfriend, not your husband. It's not about what they want for you or how they see you living your life. It truly is about you, how you see yourself living your life, and what it is that you truly want in your day-to-day routine. So like I said, I was working jobs. I was in and out of jobs before I started this. And I remember being at those jobs and just praying to God, I just want to be at home with my boyfriend. And I know it sounded crazy at the time, but you know what? Now I am really just home with my boyfriend. I teach lashes online. I'm mainly online with teaching, and I go and take my private clients. But for the most part, I get to have my day the exact way I want it to. And sometimes it feels so crazy. And sometimes I even sabotage myself and make myself feel bad for getting to have a chill day. And I forget that I have done my part. I've went to those jobs. I've worked. I've showed up in my business. I've showed up in my business so much consistently that now I'm able to charge the higher prices that I like, which means I don't have to take as many clients. I can work less while still making, if not more than what I was making when I was taking so many clients and for so little. So ask yourself this today. Where do you want to go with your life? And how do you see your life? Do you see yourself sitting on the beach, sipping on pina coladas? If that's how you see your life going, trust me, you can definitely have that, because every possibility for your life does exist. So it comes down to you making what type of life you really want for yourself into existence. So no one else is going to do it for you. And if you don't find out what type of life it is that you want for yourself, you may very well easily find that 20 years from now, 10 years from now, you are living a life that you actually did not expect for yourself, and that you may not be proud of for that lifestyle. I have so today I had coaching calls on Wednesday. I was signing up clients. I was also working with my clients that are already in the high maintenance Lash University program. And I had a client tell me, she actually isn't a student yet, but she actually is going to sign up and work with me. But she was telling me, she said, thank you so much for asking me these questions. She's like, I've never got asked these questions. I didn't even know what I wanted, but now seeing everything that I want, hearing everything that I want, writing down everything that I want for my desired reality, she was like, it's getting me excited and it's making me like almost just, she was like nervous because she's like, wow, I can really have this desired reality of what I want, which is, having a salon, eventually building my clients, being able to charge $150, $200 for a lash set because I've learned from the best, So she was already setting herself up for success in her mind, which is where it starts. You have to believe that you deserve good things in this life. And coming from, myself personally, I used to not believe that I was worthy of good things. I used to not believe that I deserved unlimited happiness and abundance and prosperity. But now, I have done a complete 180 on my belief system, on my business system, and just a complete 180 with the person that I am today versus the person I was before I even started my lash business. So before you think about starting your lash extension business or just, starting your entrepreneurial journey, you really do have to say, what type of life do I want? And what job will give me that lifestyle? What can I do that will give me that lifestyle? Okay, so if that means you want an exotic car and you want to live on the beach, you can definitely have that. If that is your goal, you write it down, say it to yourself, and then ask yourself, okay, what do I need to do to get myself to that place? And what will I need to do personally or maybe even business wise to help me get there? Okay, so a lot of times we have so much momentum, so many things we want to do, but if you don't have an exact guidance or even a blueprint to get that done, then a lot of times people end up, like I said, not in the place where they want to be because they had this idea, they wanted these things, but they didn't focus or set the intention on how to get there. So if you are listening to this, I beg you to ask yourself the questions that maybe you've never asked yourself or ever heard, okay? And that is the tough things, how many kids do you want? How much money do you want to make? What kind of car do you want to drive? What kind of hours do you want to work? Okay. And however you answer those questions, then you can start to find, okay, maybe I can find something that will be good for me based off of what I want for myself in my life as well too. Okay. Because a lot of times, like I said, I have students who hop on calls and they're like, oh my God, seeing this, writing this, saying this out loud is getting me excited because now I know that this is like actually a possibility. And when I hear them say that, it makes me even more excited because, like I said, I didn't come from a background of believing in myself and always knowing I could get it. No, I didn't. I was doubtful. I was negative. I was fearful. I was always worrying. And those emotions are not good emotions. Those do not help us when it comes to helping ourselves or helping our business. Okay, so it is all about a godly mindset. Okay. Godly meaning it is about having faith. It is about having courage. It is about having no fear, and it is about rejoicing and having joy in everything that you absolutely do. So yeah, I mean, if you are, like I said, if you're really listening and paying attention to what I'm saying, please take the time to ask yourself all of these important questions that no one else is going to ask you. And if no one else is asking you these questions, then start questioning your inner circle, okay? Because your inner circle should be asking you important questions like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? How do you want to grow? Do you want, how much money do you want to make this month? How much money you want to make in a week? If people aren't the people around you aren't asking you those questions, chances are they're probably not worried about those questions. And if you're okay with living the similar lifestyle that they have, then by all means, go ahead, as long as it is your choice. And that's the point I'm trying to prove, is that it is your choice. It is your decision at the end of the day, and nobody else's. Okay. So I love you, girly. Take care of yourself. write everything down that you want, write everything down that you don't want, and set clear intentions on where it is that you see yourself, how it is you want to show up to, either for yourself, for your business, for your family, for your husband, whatever it is, as long as it is your intention and as long as it makes you happy. That is what truly does matter, because I see so many people out here. Like I said, I have people hopping on calls, and they're the people who they had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and they just kept letting it pass it. They just kept letting the opportunities pass them by. There are some students who get on the phone and they're like 40, 50 years old. And not to say that being old stops you from doing anything, because it absolutely does not. But I'm here to tell you that those phone calls that I have with the people that are older, they're saying, man, I should have took that chance when I was 20. I've had this on my mind since I was 18, and I got stuck in a job. I got pregnant. I had a family. I did all these other things that other people wanted me to do, and I never did the thing that I wanted to do. And now I'm trying to help them still create that dream of what they want to do. So if you're listening, do not pass up the opportunity. Take notes and show up and ask questions and look for people, look for help, look for advice, because it is out there. You just have to do your research and you have to look for it, Success leaves clues. So I'm here to tell you exactly how to do it, how to get it. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. I didn't want to steal too much of your time today, but thank you for tuning in. I will see you on the next tutorial, okay? Make sure to hit that like, subscribe button, and I will see you on Friday, okay, girly? Bye.